Hello, first graders. Thank you for joining me today for reading. We're going to get started today with our blue reading book with the 1.1 at the bottom. And I am on page 122. So a 1, a 2, and a 2. Okay, just like this. 1, 2, 2. That's the page you're looking for. Okay, so if you need to pause me, go grab your book and find your page. Do that and then come on back and be ready to learn. For those of you who are ready to go, let's get started. This week we're going to be talking about a different vowel sound. We've actually reviewed it a little bit this year already, but I want you to take a look at the picture on page 122, and I want to see if you can find the nest. Can you find the nest in the picture? Can you find the nest? I see the nest in the tree. And first grader, what is in the nest? Ooh, eggs, right? If I say that word by segmenting it, I'd say eggs, eggs. And at the beginning of the word, I hear the sound. Okay, and the first thing I asked you to find was the nest. If I were to segment on that word, I would say nest, nest. Oh, I hear the sound again. Do you remember what vowel makes that sound? Good, it's the short E, okay? So we were listening for some words with the short E sound in them. Can you find any more things in the picture with the sound in it? I see a dog in the bath, so he must be wet. Can you segment and blend that word with me? Wet. I heard the in the middle. Anything else you see? I see something in the sky. What do you see in the sky? Not a plane. What's another word? It starts with a J. A jet. Good. And then I see a man, and what color is this guy's shirt down here? It's red. You got it. Red. Nice job. All right, first graders. So our I can statement this week for phonics says, I can hear, so we just practiced that part. I can hear and read E, short E, in words, okay? The sound is say the sound. Nice job, okay? Excuse me. If I were to write a word with this sound, why don't I write this word? Okay, I have a consonant sound, a vowel sound, and then a consonant sound at the end. Let's segment and blend this word. Deck. Nice job. My word is deck. What about if I wanted to spell the word web? What letters do you hear in web? What letter? W. You better get that E. That's what we're talking about right now. B. Nice job. What letter would I write for the B sound? B. Good. I draw the bat and then the baseball to make a B. Okay. So now our word is web. Good job. Now it's your turn to practice more with me. In your blue reading book, turn the page. Since we should be getting the hang of this now, boys and girls, find those yellow words. This is where we practice our phonics skill every single week, okay? Okay, right now we're practicing this short E sound like elephant. All right, so together we're going to segment and blend the yellow words. Are you ready? Is your finger ready? Here we go. Ben. Sweet. Get. Good. Next one with a P. Here we go. Pet. Good job. Next one with an M. Mess. Good job. And the last one. What is it? Right. Tell. Nice job. So we have Ben, get, pet, mess, and tell. All right, we have 2 sentences at the bottom. Whisper read sentence number 1 to yourself over and over until I say stop. Stop. Ready? Starting with Ben. Let's read sentence number 1. Ben can get a pet. Oh, you better read that with me. Let's do it again. Ben can get a pet. There you go. All right, same thing for sentence number 2. Whisper read it to yourself until I say stop. Stop. Are you ready? Starting with the word, what word? Tell. Good job. Here we go. Tell him to fix his mess. You got it. Tell him to fix his mess. We have 2 words in that sentence that have the short E sound, the in them. What 2 words have that sound in them? Tell. What's the other one? Mess. Good job. Okay, boys and girls, if you look over to the other side, we have our sight words for the week. Remember, you also have these sight words on your Unit 1, Week 5 green sheet where you can cut them out and you can use them to practice. This week we have 4. Okay, the first one, you can see, is the word saw. This AW in words sounds like aw. Can you say aw like you're looking at a little kitten? Aw. All right, so our word is saw. Okay, saw. Say the word. Saw. Nice job. Next one is tree. Tree. Say the word. Tree. Nice job. Next one is your. Say the word. Your. Nice job. And the last one is not big, but small. Good. If you ever see that A-L-L in a word, it sounds like all. Okay, small. All right, let's see if we can read them all. Not super duper fast, but a little bit faster than that. Here we go. Saw, tree, your, small. Okay, I'm going to look at the sentences at the bottom, number 1. Let's take a peek at them. Then we'll read it together. Okay, ready? Try sentence number 1 with me. We have someone named Nell. Okay, here we go. Nell saw a big nest in the tree. Good. Now I want us to read it again. I'm right down here. Right here on sentence 1. I want you to read it again, but when you get to a sight word, the one that's bright yellow highlighted, you're going to say it with a squeaky mouse voice. Okay, only the sight words. Let's try it. Ready? When you get to the sight word, read it with a squeaky mouse voice. Okay, here we go. Nell saw a big nest in the tree. Good job. All right, let's look at sentence number 2 and let's see if we can read that one quietly to ourselves quickly. Okay, let's try it out. Just regular voice first. Here we go. A small pen is on your desk. Good. Let's do it one more time. A small pen is on your desk. All right, ready? This time when you get to the yellow sight words, let's make our voice really, really deep. Okay? Practice that. Say really, really deep. Good job. All right, let's do it. Number 2, starting with a small. Here we go. A small pen is on your desk. Sweet. Good job, first graders. All right, you can go ahead and close your blue reading book. Set them off to the side for now. We have another I can statement for our comprehension this week. Okay, it says, I can tell the main idea and details of a story. Oh, wait, hold on, Mrs. Garris. You said these words so much last week. Main idea, and I said details. Remember we talked about the fox and the kit and how the main idea was the whole story was mostly about the fox and the kit. You told me so many details. You told me they play together. You told me they eat at 5 o'clock. They nap at 4 o'clock. You had all these great details that you learned. Okay? So we actually get to practice that again this week. So by the end of this week, you should be super good at it. All right. It says, I can tell the main idea and details of a story. Read it for me one time so you are saying those words too. I can tell the main idea and details of a story. Cool. Well, let's get started today. We're just going to do a read aloud, so I will be reading to you. And we have to be thinking, well, I bet Mrs. Garris is going to ask us what the main idea is when we're done. So as I read the story, you should be thinking, what is this story mostly about? Okay? This one can be a little bit trickier than others, but I think you'll get it. My story is called The Pecking Hen. Grandma Bess lived in a big old white house in the country. Kasia, who lived in the city, always learned something new when she visited her grandmother. So we have Kasia and her grandmother Bess. Grandma Bess had a wonderful garden. She planted tomatoes, carrots, okra, corn, and green beans. Kasia loved to help her grandmother pick the fresh vegetables. It was like shopping at the grocery store for free. Grandma Bess also had a pen where she kept hens. Hens are girl chickens. Each morning she went outside the pen and gathered eggs. She went inside the pen and gathered eggs. One morning, Kasia went with her. Kasia saw a huge white hen sitting on a nest, waiting for her eggs to hatch. Ooh. Kasia bent her head near the hen to get a better look. So she bent over to see that hen sitting on her eggs. Peck, peck, squawk, squawk! Ouch! Cried Kasia. Grandma Bess turned to Kasia quickly and said, What's wrong? The hen pecked me on the nose. It hurts. Grandma Bess chuckled. That's what a hen does to survive. She protects herself and her habitat from danger. It's not funny, Kasia said, and I'm not dangerous. No, you're not, Kasia, but the hen doesn't know that. The same thing happened to me when I was your age. I got too close to a hen, too. It pecked me right on the nose, said Grandma Bess. Hens use their beaks to protect themselves and their eggs. I guess I learned my lesson, Kasia said. From now on, I'll keep my nose out of the hen's business. Grandma and Kasia laughed. Boy, so she sure did learn a lesson. If we were to think about what Kasia and Grandma Bess and all of the things that happen in the story, what might we say it's mostly about? What do we mostly find out in this story? The main idea. Let's jot it down too. So I'm going to put a big box over here. The main idea. What is it mostly about? If I was reading that story, it says a little bit about what Kasia does at the farm, but it doesn't really mostly talk about that. It mostly talked about those hens and how they protect themselves, right? So I'm going to write how hens protect them. I'm going to go out of my box there a little bit. That's okay. How hens protect themselves. That's my main idea. Okay, now my details is, well, how do they do that? In the story, how does the hen protect itself? What did it do to Kasia? So they peck to protect themselves. Now there's one other subtle detail in there. These are details about the main idea. What else is the hen actually doing to protect herself? But what about her eggs? What does she do so that the eggs are protected? Part of the pecking was that, but there was another thing she was doing. She uses her whole body to protect those eggs, right? How? She sits on her eggs, right? Right. So here you can see we have the nice big main idea, what it's all mostly about. And then down here, you can see we have a couple of details, which is just more information about the main idea. See that? Just like last week, if we were talking about the fox and the kit, we would put fox and the kit in the big main idea box. And you would have playing and sleeping and eating down here and all the details. That's what main idea is. Main idea is like the big thing that it's all about. And then details are those little bits of information that we learn. Okay? All right, first graders. That is it for our first video today, or first reading video of the week. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Keep thinking about the main idea and details when you read stories. And head over to Seesaw to finish your activity. I will see you tomorrow.